You know how I know we live in the greatest country on the fucking planet? Cause war just started. And I'm not remotely worried about a fucking bomb being dropped on my fucking house. There's fucking country leaders being killed. There's bombs being dropped. There's soldiers being grouped. And I'm fucking taking my kids to go buy some fucking shoes. Everybody wants to talk about white privilege. Shit, it's an American privilege. Tell me that it's not fucking a privilege to live in a fucking country where your day-to-day tasks don't stop when war pops off. And these liberals got the fucking nerve to cry behind their iPhones screaming that they're oppressed. While living in a country that allows you to drive a $100,000 truck, live in a $400,000 home, watching Netflix on the weekend, getting DoorDash delivered to your fucking house, while motherfuckers in a different country are literally fucking dying at war. You know you live in the greatest country in the world when the most dramatic thing that happens to you during war is a fucking headline on a news channel. When's the last time a bomb got dropped on your fucking house? When's the last time you heard emergency sirens? When's the last time you seen cities being evacuated? When's the last time y'all were actually in fear that another country was gonna come take our fucking shit? You haven't. You never experienced it. You know why? Because America has always had the bigger dick. And we always will.
All right. Shalom, shalom. Keep as a sheep. Brother Kashai. Back with another lesson. Lord's will. This video is edifying. All right. Before we begin, I'd like to first start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. And today's lesson will be titled, For as in the days that were before the flood. All right. And of course, today's lesson is inspired through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. All right. But really fast, I want to make a few points on the video or the clip you seen played at the beginning of the video. And you have this man, all right, speaking how, it's honor to be an so-called American. All right, how this is one of the greatest countries. All right, and understand we are in the days before the flood. And actually, this time it won't be a literal flood. All right, but fire. All right, a lake of fire. This place is now preserved for fire. Okay, real quick, if I can get this precept, bear with me. Bear with me. So this is 2 Peter, I believe. Yeah, 2 Peter 3 and 6. It says, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. All right, talking about the days before the flood, the days before Noah. All right, the world was flooded by water, right? And the people had never seen rain, right? It had never had rain. And how this man is speaking, how it is an honor and, just a pleasure to be an American, how this is the greatest country because he's able to still go to and fro, buy and sell, DoorDash, it's still convenient because why? This place hasn't been touched. This place is still a virgin, all right? It hasn't been popped yet. That cherry hasn't been popped. Okay. It says 2 Peter 3:6, it says, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished, but the heavens and the earth which are now, all right, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. But, beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. Right? So this current day, all right, this current time, all right, is reserved for fire. All right, this time the world, all right, well, this part of the world, all right, will be destroyed with fire. These ungodly men will be destroyed with fire and not by water this time. All right. And these people have never seen war on this side of the world. All right, except for the first with the South versus the North, the Confederates, things of that nature, but no real war. All right, we've seen a civil war, but no real war. Well, they had the what's that in Hawaii, Pearl Harbor. We had the Pearl Harbor, but America, Babylon the Great, the soil of America hasn't really seen any war that's like coming to America. Okay. Bear with me. Because the people are at ease, right? The people haven't experienced, they have experienced that true fear, okay? But it's coming, trust me. Isaiah 47:1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." So this place will soon be no more called tender and delicate, because right now it sits as a virgin, all right, and a virgin is tender and delicate. All right, this place is tender and delicate as a virgin, but soon, all right, there will be no more. Soon this place will experience, war like no other country has seen, all right, via ICBM missiles and nukes, all right, nuclear fire, okay, warheads, okay, and that's going to be the end of this place, and that's where you get your lake of fire, okay. So this place, in a sense, it will be flooded, okay, but by fire, all right. And seeing this man's reaction to the wars, all right, going on in other countries such as Iran, all right, the state of Israel, it shows you the pride of Babylon. It shows you the pride of America. It shows you the pride of these people. Okay, these people they know that this place is a virgin. It knows that this place is tender and delicate. All right, it knows it doesn't have to worry about that. All right, this place, the Lord has, is being preserved for that. Okay, right now it's being preserved. Right now, again, is the time before the flood. Okay, so let's get Matthew. Let's get the precept that actually inspired this title. Matthew 24:37. It says, matter of fact, I'll start at 34. It says, "Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." Okay, so the same things that happened before are happening now. And I saw a post on Instagram, and it was saying how the Lord doesn't give, dates, but he gave signs. Okay, so this is part of the signs. Okay, these are the signs. It says, "For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating," right? It says they were eating and drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came. So these people are not aware of the danger that America, Babylon the Great is in. The danger that is coming to this place. Why? Because they're what? As he said, they're eating, or door dashing, drinking, marrying, taking your kids to the store to buy clothes, shoes, things of that nature. It says, and knew not until the flood came. So these people won't realize and won't know until those nukes, all right, to that city is desolate. Okay. It says, and knew not until the flood came, what? And took them all away. All right. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, and one shall be taken, and the other left. Meaning everyone is going to be destroyed, except for the elect, right? Come. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage. All right. And again, this is what you see. This is the main focus of today's society. All right. And when it says, marrying and giving in marriage, that consists of a lot of popping, man. So these people are doing the same things. Nothing new under the sun, man. All right. We'll grab that real quick. Because showing you that basically these are the same spirits. This is the same spirit, right? Ecclesiastes 1:9. It says, the thing that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Again, only this time it'll be by fire, right? Let's get Hebrews 11:7. It says, or do I want to start at 5? I'll start at 6. This is Hebrews 11:6. It says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. By faith, Noah, being warned of God and of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteous, which is by faith. So, Noah and his family were the elect at that time. All right, they were the ones who were saved, all right, from the flood. It says by faith, all right, Noah being warned of the things not seen yet. So we don't actually see war in America. We don't actually see fighter jets, helicopters, missiles. We don't actually see these things. We don't actually see military on our streets yet. Okay, but it's coming. All right, and right now we're building a spiritual ark. All right. I think the elder Apostle Gabar, years ago, he went into that, how it wasn't the Noah who shut the ark, but it was the Most High. Okay, so a time is going to come when, those who haven't, came onto the ark or built the spiritual ark, they're going to be left out, man. All right. So, matter of fact, I want to grab that real quick. So Genesis 7, and really could start at 1, but 16 is the point, I believe. Yeah. Let's see what I'll just get the context. We'll just read it. All right. This is Genesis 7:1. It says, and the Lord said unto Noah, come thou and all thy house into the ark, For thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. All right, remember, and that this generation not pass, so all these things be fulfilled. All right, it says, of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by 7, and male and his female, and of the beasts that are not clean by 2, and male and his female. We'll skip down. Verse 7, it says, and Noah went in, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him into the ark, because of the waters of the flood. So it began to rain, which again, they had never seen rain. All right, skip down. Skip down to 15. It says that they went in unto Noah into the ark, 2 and 2 of our flesh, wherein is the breath of life. And they that went in, male and female. Of all, this is 16. It says of our flesh, and God had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in. All right, so the Lord shut the door. All right, the Lord said that was enough. All right, the Lord saves who he wants to save. All right. And again, those who are saved this time were predestined, preordained to be saved. All right, those are the elect of this time. Okay. We go to Isaiah 31, because again, these people are proud. These people are proud, man. All right, they really believe this is the greatest country. All right. And while, on a carnal level, it may be, but this is the wickedest country also. Okay. Isaiah 31:1 says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. And this guy may be a Jake. All right, while he seemed like a so-called, white man, he may be Jake. Right, about it, the braids, the tattoos, the things of that nature. Jake just carry himself in a certain spirit, right? It says, and it's the thing, these people trust in why in America, because of what? Our military might, right? But our military might really is weakened, all right? It says, verse 2, it says, yet he also is wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians are men. All right, what is modern day Egypt? America. All right, Babylon the Great. This is modern day Egypt. It says, now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their houses flesh and not spirit. All right, meaning they're not able to. These things, they die. Okay, they get tired, they get weak, they malfunction. Okay, they can be beat. All right, it says, now the Egyptians are men and not God. Their horses flesh. All right, talking about this army, his military might, his helicopters, his fighter jets, his warships, submarines. It says, and not spirit. These things are detectable. Okay, the chariots, they go undetectable. They can disappear. All right. They can't be beat. It says, when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down. They all shall fall together. I mean, those who, the allies, and those who fight with America, the military, those who believe in this place. All right. Yeah, they all fall together. They all will be disappointed greatly. All right, because this is prophecy. These things must come to pass. These things must happen. All right. And with that, man, hey, Lord willing, I pray once again, if I didn't mention that this video was edifying, until next time, I'd like to close out by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rekaha Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect.